Death Saw by David Copperfield. It's a modern version of the sawing in half. David Copperfield set it up like it was an escape. It's going back to that idea of you setting up one premise and something else happens, so it defies your expectation. I remember first seeing this on the TV when he did his flying illusion, and I was just like, oh wow, because I didn't expect that, and to see him cut in half and pulled apart, it was just unbelievable. And I've done sawing in half as well, and you can use an assistant for it where it's cut the classic sawing a lady in half, and there's very different presentations on it. You can do it like laying down in a box. The original version, I believe, was by P.T. Selbit, and he had two huge boxes, and the woman was inside of it, and I think it was just her hands and her feet came out the end, or not even that. I think some rope went in, and so just to tied to her hands and feet, and the just two boxes came apart and went back together again, so you didn't really get to see the woman inside the box. And then as the trick evolved, the box got thinner and thinner and thinner. And now you have people like David Copperfield doing it, whereby there's no box at all, and it's a much better, cleaner presentation of it. He also does another illusion called the laser illusion, where he's standing up and he gets sawn in half with the laser, and he's just there holding his legs, and he walks around holding his legs. It's a different way of doing the same effect, even though the method has changed, the effect remains the same, is that a person is sawn into two pieces. And I do prefer it. I did a trick similar whereby I got into the thinnest box I could get. Because one of the things that I feel is that when there is no box, it's just a bit too impossible. I like the idea of there being some sort of a box, so that it leaves a bit to the imagination, because it just looks too impossible otherwise, if that makes sense. So when I did it, I had it with a box where all the doors could open up. I moved myself over onto a table and I moved myself back again. The thing that was different with my sawing in half was that I got someone out of the audience to sign my feet, their signature on my feet. So when I went over, because a lot of the time people believe that it's fake legs or that it's mechanical feet or something of that nature, and so the fact that my feet were signed the whole time and people could see it all the time, it made all the difference in the world, because it had to be my same body part. That is one of the kind of recurring themes in magic, is it's order into chaos and chaos into order. So whether it's tearing a piece of newspaper up and then restoring it again, or having a Rubik's Cube and mix it up and having it come back into order again, or even if it's someone being sawn in half and coming back to being, healed again, it's sort of like that's the kind of reoccurring theme in magic, is being able to overcome a challenge, and that's where it enables the trick to have a beginning, a middle and an end. When you see Penn and Teller do this trick, one of the things that I like about them is that they don't give an ending to it. They cut through the woman and then they walk off the stage and they just leave it there. That's another way of doing it. But again, the thing that I like about this presentation as well, which I've tried to incorporate in my magic, and which if you can incorporate it is good, is where things just all kind of move. Like when I've cut myself in half, or if I've cut a girl in half, I kind of have everything move back into place as if by magic, as if forces are bringing it all back together. Copperfield does that when he comes back together as well, and it just adds that extra element of things just all coming back to how they were originally. It's got that kind of going back in time feel to it.
This 1970. Well, this is the apparatus we use, specially designed to do the job, to amaze and to amuse. It's got three parts: the top, the middle, and the...
There's Robert Harbin with the Zigzag Lady. It is one of the great modern illusions, and there's been several variations on it. You got like the cube zag, and I used the trisection for many years, where just the hand was coming out and you push tubes through, and it's kind of like this impossible puzzle kind of box trick that can be performed in an arena where there's people all around it, using an assistant who doesn't, a lot of people think, oh, the assistants have to be able to be ambidextrous and like contortionist and be able to do it. A lot of the time it's not. I mean, there are certain specifications, but a lot of people can participate in them. And the thing that I like about these illusions is that a lot of the time it's the people that get inside the box that are doing the majority of the work, and yet the magician takes the applause. And it's sort of like, it's nice to get that applause for the person that was inside the box, whoever it happens to be, because they're the ones helping really create the illusion and making it work. But yeah, this is probably one of the original kind of cabaret effects that, again, as a magician, practically, you could pack this down and put it in your car and take it to a venue and unpack it, and it was sold as one of those kind of portable illusions that you could just dismantle and reassemble at a venue and have as like a spectacular finale to your evening of magic with an assistant. And yeah, it's just a really great. I remember the first time seeing this, and I just thought, wow, how is that even possible? And it's a great illusion. One of the things that I did as a variation is that when my assistant came out of the box, they had different colour clothes on to what they had when they went in, so it just adds a bit more of a finale to it. And I do remember that as well when I got the illusion that I got, whereby the very similar box to this illusion. I remember doing it in the kitchen, and my dad's just been there and just like looking at it, and when I first saw it, I was like, how is this even possible? Because when you see an illusion that's done surrounded and you can get right close up to it and have a look, it's really kind of intriguing in a way. It's sort of like it really poses the question, how is that done? How does he do that kind of a thing? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be notified of our latest videos.